Hi everyone, Natasha here, and around my home today I'm in my office on a Friday afternoon. We've had some beautiful sunsets lately and sunrises, and today we're actually having kind of a dreary, rainy, drizzly day, which I think is due to the hurricane that came up from the Gulf of Mexico. So we are desperately in need of some rain, so we're happy to have a little bit of moisture in the air. And we have all kind of gotten home for the day. We're settled in for a little while. I think we'll head out for some dinner shortly, but I am up here in my office to do a little bit of planning and get ready. I want to plan out next Monday and just kind of walk through how it's been going with the weekly inserts and the new daily inserts alongside of it, the daily 15 from Jane's Agenda. So grab your planners, grab something to drink, and we'll do a little planning together. Stay tuned for that, and welcome to my office. So as I mentioned, I have my Jane's Agenda planner. I'm still loving this new wraparound cover and this beautiful cover that came in the September box. I really like the message that's on here. So every once in a while, I'll just sit and read through that, and it inspires me and keeps me focused. Let me make sure you can see. You can. Okay, so I have, as I mentioned, I have been using the new daily 15. So you can see this is what today is looking like. And it changes every day how I use it. For the most part, I've been doing my daily affirmation at the top, and then my weather on the right-hand side at the top. I'll do my schedule on the left. That I'll talk about that in a little bit, how I'm using it each day. And then I've been doing some sort of affirmation here with this 30-day money cure that I'm doing. I'll leave a link to that below. And if you are interested, you can check it out. I just decided to kind of leave this box open for any notes or things that come up as I'm doing my morning journaling and planning, or it could just be personal things that I want to do. I've kind of generally been using this middle box, like my priority things are the first things that come to mind that I want to make sure I'm trying to work on for the day. And then either it continues and there's just overflow on this bottom box, or it's things that I think of that are sort of secondary. If I get to them, great. If not, it's not a big deal. There's also been a few days, where I've used this as work things and this is home things. In general, it just feels really good to have a blank page each day, to turn the page and have a fresh start. Also, things like this, I'm able to add little to-do items as they come up. And I've been using the back of the page, since it's just a dot grid. You can use it for lots of things. 1 or 2 days I did jot some notes from an audiobook I was listening to. But typically what I've been doing is using it for just a little bit of journaling, which has been really refreshing. I go through phases with my journaling. I did it a lot when I was a younger person. Since becoming a wife and mother and just growing up a little bit and having a life with a house to keep up and jobs and all that, journaling isn't always in the cards for me on any given day. But having this space where I know I can just jot a few lines down has been really nice, and it just feels free and open to have this full day on one page, front and back. And then when the day is done, I take it out and put it in my archive planner and just move on. So I've really been enjoying these daily number 15 inserts. These are available from Jane's Agenda now, so you can use my affiliate link in the description to shop for those if you want to. And then I guess I'll talk about this section now before I move on to the weekly. So sometimes it's just a very minimal schedule, things like this. Like I'll just jot in a few things that I have going on. Today, since I was working from home, I kind of wanted to try more of a time block, and I went through and wrote everything in black, and then I was going through with my purple pen and just either checking off that yes, I did the thing at the time, or like here, this ended up taking more time, so I didn't really do what I thought I was going to do at that point in time. And I haven't gone back through to update this, so we can do that real quickly together. So I did do the call with Allison. I did work on some things up here in my office that were on my list. Everything today seems to be, even this week, and you can tell me if your week has been like this. It just feels like from Wednesday on, things have been slow and hard, kind of like I'm moving through molasses. Like I keep waking up and thinking, maybe today will be better and I'll get more stuff done. But then I just seem to have low energy, low motivation, low focus, just all of the things. So I'm not sure what it is, if it's just the time of year or the fact that now we're into our third full week of school and the busier schedule that comes with activities and school and all that. We are trying to go to bed early and get up early and, get kind of some routines in place. But anyway, so I have had a lot of things on my list all week long and gotten one or two things done. That just seems to be how it's going. So I ended up having pizza with my husband because I wasn't sure what time he was getting home from work, and he got home in time for that. I did do my little afternoon routine of switching the laundry. I haven't done any filming until now, and now it's like almost dinner time, but I think we're going to go out to eat, so I don't have to prep dinner. So this was all like Jordan Essentials work, basically. I'm working on this party that I have coming up next week with some other consultants and some of my team, and so that all happened there. I did have a little family time with Adelina when she got home and had her snack, and then I came back up here to work more on this Jordan Essentials stuff. And again, I thought I could like knock this out this morning in a 45-minute time block, and it's taken me all afternoon. Not all my fault. Like some of it was I was waiting on some information from some other people, and it's not their fault either. It's just kind of how it goes. Like, you think some things are going to go quickly and then they just don't. There's just all these factors and they don't. So anyway, so that's how I used today, where I did more of a time block. Some weeks, let me flip to Monday just so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. Or some days, I keep saying weeks. Some days, like Monday, when we get to this day, we're going to do that together in a little bit. I have things more color coded. So on days like this, when I have a lot of events and a lot of things scheduled out and I've already color coded, then as the day is going on, often in black pen, I'll just make some notes on the side about what I actually did or how things went. And it's been good just to see, more of a realistic view of what my day ends up looking like, because like I can already tell this is a busy day. So I'm thinking I'm going to get all this work done, but really if I'm actually listening to all these trainings and doing all these things, it's going to cut into the time I have to do focused work. All right, now let's talk about how this weekly spread went. So this week I'm using, gosh, don't even get me started trying to come up with a number. Well, you can watch last week. It's either the 25 or the 22 weekly from Jane's Agenda. And I'm not even sure if both of these are still available on the website currently. Some of the weeklies got discontinued this year at some point. So these may not even be available, but there might be something similar where I think this one for sure is, where she has the days on the left going across, and they're broken into these 3 columns. And then this is your dashboard page. And I did get my website up, so that's kind of exciting. Obviously, I didn't really do anything with this to-do list here. What I did like was having this little folded over sheet here, and I was able to use this a little bit more. I've done my supplements today and my devotional and my book for my daughter today. I've done my routines this morning. I haven't been using my cleaning tracker because I never got one printed, and now it's Friday, so I guess I'll just try to get one printed for next week. So again, that's how the week's been going. So anyway, I like having this little half sheet that I can use and flip around to for this week. So that's gone pretty well. Then let's go ahead and move to the coming week. So this is a different version where I have the days on the left in this column, and there's dot grid, and then I have my dashboard here, which is laid out a little differently. I know this one's on the website too, because I was just on there looking. So someone suggested in the comments, which I'm so grateful that they made this suggestion. I wish I could remember who it was, but they said that Jane's Agenda has a weekly number 30, and it has the days and a dashboard all on this left-hand side. So I was looking at that one, and I'm seriously considering getting that for the fourth quarter of the year for October, November, December. I kind of wanted to use this one, like go through a week of using this version, and then I might just set up a mock day or weekly number 30, just like Jane has it in the shop, and use that for the last week of September, so that I can say I've tried all 3 of them and kind of see which ones I like, and what I want to end up ordering to go into October. So for this one, I have more room for habits, and this is typically how I've been using it. So basically all I'll see is my habit tracker and my to-do list. My gratitude and affirmations could go here, but I may use this for like my top 3 priorities for the week. This page, or this other half of the page, is what would be a little more useful to be able to see when it's flipped over, but I don't know. We're just going to see how it goes, because it's also fine to just do this and like flip it over and take a look at things. So since last week I did all of the basic planning where I was jotting down my appointments and events and things like that, this week what we're going to do is kind of set this up together. So we have goals and priorities here. I just don't see myself using this for gratitude. I know that would be wonderful to do, but I have a separate notebook in my this is like my morning devotional and journaling Jane's Agenda wraparound covers. So this is a gratitude journal that I sometimes use. The pages look like that, so it's a nice little quick and easy spread. And then I keep my devotional in here too, so I usually look through that at some point. It's just a little quick easy read. And then I have my daughter's 5-year memory journal that I go through and just jot down something for the day. And then I have my Louise Hay Colors and Numbers book in here, which is more just for a reference. I don't have to look at this, but sometimes I'll go through and just read like the full thing for the day. So anyway, because I have all that in there, I don't see myself using that gratitude and affirmation section, most likely. So what I'm going to do is just to grab my purple highlighter here, do a couple of things to make it look pretty, because that sometimes just kind of helps me enjoy opening the page and seeing things. What I'm not crazy about with this weekly spread is how this header is up here. Something about it just feels like I never quite know how to use it. I wish there was a line that just went all the way across and like a little header box all the way across for each day, versus this single letter here, but then there's all this open space. I don't know. It's just such a piddly little thing. It's not really a big deal, but I know that's one of the reasons why I don't like that one as much. Excuse me. And then I like all of this. I just wish it was like flip-flop so that I could have it when it's folded in half. I wish I could have more of like my appointments and that kind of stuff over here. I don't know. That's where I feel like I need to try that number 30 spread or weekly page, or what am I trying to say? Insert, and see if I end up liking that. So let's just highlight this for now. And well, I guess I shouldn't have highlighted because I'm probably going to white it out, but I'm just going to put like a checkbox here, excuse me. And then I will do my habits here. And the bills, I have a lot of things on auto pay, so I don't typically have bills that I need to note, but every once in a while, like once a month, I will write a check to the lawn guy, which we're kind of ending the season for that. Or, occasionally there's something that's like a quarterly thing that I don't have on auto pay, or they don't do an auto pay, and then that is a spot that I could put that as well. Okay, so that's making it look pretty. Now let's go through and do a little bit of planning. So I first think I'll start with my habits, because that's an easy one. I'm going to take this page out just to make it easier. So I have my daughter's book. Oh, and my pen is about to go out of ink, so we might have to change that here in a second. I'm going to separate devotional since I have more lines. And I can. My supplements. and Switchel, which I think I have, if you follow me on Instagram, I think I have a reel I did not too long ago talking about Switchel and like what my recipe is if you're curious. So you can follow me over on Instagram. I need to catch up on my photo cleanup. What I've been doing, in case you're curious and want to try this, is every day, usually while I'm having my coffee, I will just search for that day's date. So I'll type in my search function on my photo app, September 16th. And it'll show me, you know, whether it's 75 or 250 photos and videos that are for that date. It's a small enough batch that I can usually go through and pretty easily delete what I don't need. Also because a lot of it's really old, and so it's easy to see like these are definitely keepers and these are ones I don't need and they're easy to get rid of. So that's been working well. Even if I don't keep up with it every day, I've done enough that every few days when I do it, it's just making a huge difference in how much storage I have on my phone. So that's something to try. And I figure, you know, if I just am always doing that as I go through the year, I'm keeping up with it a little bit better than what I've ever done before. Watering flowers and weeding, well, I'll keep it on here. We're really getting to the end of the season, and we're very dry. So I do kind of like keeping my pretty flowers going, but they're not even going to last a whole lot longer. And I'll separate out weeding, and then my fly lady. Now what I could do is my AM, afternoon, and PM routine. Yeah, my pen is out of ink. Okay, let's take a pause on that for a minute, and you can see how easy it is to change out these friction refills. So I get these from Jet Pens. Sometimes you can find, I like the 0.5 or the 0.5 tip, and you have to get slim in order to have it fit in the 4-color pens. And I like that combination, the slim and the 0.5 tip, but sometimes they're hard to find on Amazon. So recently I just did a big stock up from Jet Pens, and I got a bunch of different colors that I was needing and a whole bunch of them in black, so that I just have those on hand with me, because I have the same 4-color pen at work that I use, and so this way I can always have some pens on hand or refills on hand, and that just kind of slides back in, and you can push it in and tell when it's in there all the way. Okay, now this should all look much easier to read. We'll have a noticeable difference here, I bet. Yeah, much better. Flight Lady routines. I'm gonna put, whoops. Maybe well, I still would like to print out my cleaning trackers because it just helps to have that more detailed list, but I'll have AM, afternoon, and PM, and then I am going to put back on my habit tracker to read. I've been trying to listen to audiobooks a little more, and I just finished the one from last month that was for the Master Plan 365 that Jane is doing at Jane's Agenda. And it was a book called Indistractable, and it was really good. I enjoyed it a lot, so I want to get back into keeping up with my reading a little more. Now, what I might do is make this, I'm trying to decide if I want this to be an errands list. Why don't I do this? Let's do errands and tasks all together, because it seems like lately I haven't had a huge list of either for the week. Okay, so that's everything there. Let me go back to this week and just drop that back down. Okay, and as far as appointments, I did want to make a note of my daughter's picture day, just so I don't forget that. I feel like everything else is sort of my ongoing stuff that I know about, but picture day is a big deal, which somehow, even though I know about it, inevitably that morning, like, things don't go right. We're doing the best we can to get to school on time, and you know, my daughter may or may not look her best, so thankfully there's retakes, but we'll see how it goes this time. and there's no time. It's just all day. And I guess I could put down, we have a, I'll go ahead and switch back to my 4-color pen for this. So this will be a dinner that my husband and I have. Kind of a date night on Friday night. And that starts at 5. And then, gosh, is that right that we're, yeah, next week is the 16th. Okay, feels like all of a sudden this next week seems like the month is going by fast. Okay. The vendor booth with Sarah, I think that is canceled. That never happened, so I can cross that out. I think I will go ahead and add the church breakfast on here just to sort of keep it on my radar. It's something that we don't always go to, but sometimes we do. My daughter loves the food, so she is always excited if she gets wind that it's the week of church breakfast week. And that's from 8 until 11:30. Okay, so that's that. And then let's go ahead and look at my meals. So back here in my home section, I have my meal plans. I accidentally printed September, October, November, and December. I printed them, but I printed them too small. I did the wrong setting, but that's okay. So let's pull this out and look at the week ahead. I do like having this meal plan on here a little bit bigger. It's just nice to be able to see that. So this will be the 16th. Monday is leftovers. So what I do for my meal planning to make it a little easier is I kind of decided, looking at our schedule, which days of the week worked better for certain types of foods. Like we typically always have leftovers from the weekend, so that's good to have on Monday. Tuesday, it just works good to have Taco Tuesday or Tex-Mex Tuesday, and that helps me remember and just easily think of things. Wednesday, then there's typically some leftovers from that, so we can have, let's see, where are my leftovers there? We can have leftovers again. And then Thursday night, number one, it's Thursday and I'm tired, and number two, we don't get home until about 5:30 because now my daughter has orchestra until 5, and we have about a 25-minute drive to get home. So something quick and easy. And then the weekend, I kind of just picked one for each, like Fish Friday, and then a beef or chicken on Saturday, and a slow cooker on Sunday. But quite often we eat out 1, sometimes 2 times over the weekend, so that can all change. But just having that guideline of certain days of the week helps give me an easy framework, and then I can just fill in from there. So Tuesday, we are going to do tacos. Thursday, a pasta meal kit is something nice and easy from the freezer. And sometimes we just do a pizza from the freezer, just something quick and easy. Friday night, we'll have that dinner. So we'll be dining out. And then Saturday, we'll just do some easy spaghetti. It's hard to write on the end of the page, so. And then Sunday, I'm going to do Guinness pie because that is a new favorite. Okay, now I got my menu in there, which feels good to have that done. And I think I'm just going to turn the page like this. Let's go ahead and put my menu plan back in the home section. Let's see. Let me go too far. August, here we go. September. Okay. Then I want to look at Monday and see what I can plan out. If I can plan anything out. And I want to make sure I have everything on here. And I have my chamber meeting. So what I think I'm going to do is block out what would be like my work times, essentially. So the master plan 365, a lot of times I will listen to that while I'm up in my office doing something, you know, kind of doesn't require a lot of thought, like filing or cleaning through a pile or something. So we're going to say this is a work. Well, I don't want to put it to the right too far. We're going to just call this a work time here. And then this will be when I eat my lunch. So then I'll have another block of time after lunch that I can get some things done before my daughter gets home from school. So it helps me to see, like, these are my two big blocks where I can try to get things done. And then she'll be home from school, so it'll be, you know, the after school routine, snack, homework, all of that. And then because I have dinner, I have the meeting at 6:30, then I probably need to start dinner a little bit earlier. Well, we're just doing leftovers, so it's just going to be heating up leftovers so that I can have the dishes all done before I leave for my meeting, which feels good to have that just kind of planned out so I know in my mind what all I have coming up. And this will probably be like my afternoon fly lady routine here. I don't always write in all my routines because I just kind of know that they're happening in the morning and afternoon and evening. Okay, so that kind of gives me that visual. I don't know that I'm going to transfer any tasks over just yet, but I do want to add my affirmations so that, you know, kind of the prep work is done for the day. So the 16th is a 5-day, and I have back here in my reference section those colors and numbers, kind of my cheat sheet. So the keyword is change, and the affirmation is I welcome change and rejoice in the new. So we'll grab a turquoise pen and write that up here. And I think I remember it's actually in the book, it says change and surprise. Okay, so now that page is a little more prepped for Monday, and I'll have my things done. I do want to jot down Sunday is trash, and Tuesday is recycling. That'll remind me of that. And that feels like I'm kind of ready to finish out the week. I'll just go through and keep working on my to-do list and some of the things that are unfinished. Now I can say I've filmed, and I just need to edit and upload and try to work on a few more things. So I hope that was kind of fun and different for you, just to plan along with me, kind of work on your weekly reset, maybe a daily reset, and also just to see these daily number 15 inserts and how that's working out for me. I really like having the whole month in here too, just because I can go through and easily see what's happening on a certain day. And then of course I have my whole month at a glance to see everything there. I guess I could check off some things. I've done this video and this video, and I've done that cleaning and this video. I'm still kind of working on the zone 2, so I'm not going to put a full check mark yet. And then this is the one that I'm filming now, so it's basically done. The filming's the hardest part. The rest of it I can get done quickly. So, and this is reminding me too, this will be a good spot to go and just double check all my plans for my videos and get those added to the Trello board that I have to help me remember that. And that is everything I needed to do. So thanks again for joining me. be sure to check the description box. Like I mentioned, I'll have my affiliate link down there and any other links of things I mentioned. And if you have any questions or comments, leave those down below. I always love to hear how everyone's week is going and hear what your favorite planning things are or what you're up to. One other thing I forgot to mention is I will be changing my name on my YouTube channel. I did a short about this and talked about how basically I have two different names, and sometimes I'm called Natasha's Healthy Living and sometimes I'm called Around My Home. So just to make things a little more uniform, soon this channel will be renamed to Natasha's Healthy Living. The content will stay the same. It'll still be planner videos for now. If I have more time and energy, then I might start filming some more cleaning and Fly Lady videos, but I have lots of those in playlists, so you can always go back and watch some of the other ones I've done. I have lots of decluttering videos, and of course I always like to share my Jordan Essentials healthy products, so that if you want to look for magnesium and different things like that, that's all there too. So nothing will change. It'll just be a new name and kind of a refreshed look, but it'll still be me. So hopefully you'll continue to follow along and share what's going around my home, your home, what we're all up to, and how we're choosing to live a little healthier each day. Thanks again, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button down below if you enjoyed this. Have a good one, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.